What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I am not a financial advisor nor expert. I am just somebody I'm doing on YouTube, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple of years ago, I was about $30,000 deep in some pretty bad medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work really hard and invest my money, and I am happy to say that I am now a financially free guy. So if I could pass along any of that information, resources, or the tools to you guys to make your lives a little bit better off than they were before, excuse me, that's all I can ask for. Lastly, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, as I do post videos every day, multiple times a day. Thank you guys all so much for 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe the amount of growth that this channel has seen. I'm loving the community. I'm loving the crew that we got out here at Trades. It has been absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait for many months and years to come with my friends and family. So today's video is going to be the top 10 growth stocks that you need in your portfolio for 2021. And these plays that I have are going to be less risky investments. I will have a couple that are speculative, where you can decide whether or not it's worth it for you to get into the stock. However, these are the plays that I see having exponential growth, considering COVID will be hopefully, in the past, in the next 12 months, come December of December 12 months from now. And these plays will all benefit greatly. So let's just get right into the video and try to keep this as short and sweet as we possibly can. The first stock that we have for today is going to be NIO Incorporated. Now, NIO in the EV bubble, I know a lot of people are speculative. They're like, oh, the EV bubble is going to pop, dude. Like, this is going to run dry. There's no way. NIO is not going to run dry, guys. NIO is the second best in my eyes, next to Tesla. And these guys have huge growth potential, especially in 2021 as they begin to roll more cars, newer cars, different options for investors to look at. And I can see this stock reaching $100 by the end of 2021 if it continues the amount of growth that we have seen in the past. So I do have the 6-month charts pulled up for us and the 1-day, 1-minute chart. That way you can see kind of the price action. We are going to mainly cover the 6-month charts here. You can see that 6 months ago we were sitting at $9.05. And if we zoom out even further, you can see that we were at $3 1 year ago. This stock is an absolute filthy powerhouse. These guys have such potential to keep growing, and every stock that starts off in this penny dollar range is speculative, right? But if you got in here at $3 and you've ridden it up until now, you are probably a millionaire, and that is awesome. So NIO is a stock that you definitely need in your portfolio in the future. I can see this reaching $100 to $150 in the next 12 months. They're doing great things. They're leading the Chinese automotive and electric vehicle industry. That is the first stock pick that I have for us. Secondly, I have FuelCell. FuelCell is a clean energy stock that is going to disrupt the gasoline and oil industry, and I think they are going to have a great year, and more so, and furthermore, they are going to have a great 3, 5, next 10 years. I can see the stock being on par with Plug Power someday, which is trading in the $30+ range. If we pull up Plug right now, we can see that it's currently trading at $33.94. So I do see it reaching at least to this level over the next 12 months. And I could see it pushing even further than that, because you have to assume that Plug is going to grow. And as different industries and different stocks within industries grow, consequently, other stocks will also grow, because people will see potential in those stocks. They'll try to find the stocks with cheaper price valuations so they can increase their margin. And I do see FuelCell being a big player next to Plug Power in the future. So I do have a price prediction on this stock reaching anywhere between $35 and $50 by the end of the next 12 months. So this could be a huge play, a huge growth stock for the future. It did just graduate from the penny stock realm, so it is a little bit riskier. Make sure that you manage your risk and do your own due diligence. This video would be 1 hour long if I researched everything and presented it to you. So that may be a video we have in another time. So let me know if that'd be interesting to you. Anyways, FuelCell is my second pick on the must-have stocks for 2021. Excuse me. I need more coffee, guys. My throat's dry. The next stock, number 3, is going to be Switchback Energy. Switchback has seen some absolutely monstrous growth over the last year. You know, if you look back in September, these guys were $10 and they are currently sitting at $40. I don't think anybody predicted they would see this much growth, but I do not think they're going to quit where they are right now. I do think Switchback is going to continue its growth. I would watch for a pullback and possible entry point into this stock lower than the $40 range if possible. We are currently below the volume moving average, so this is bearish territory. This is a good time to buy, but if you can get the stock under $40, I do think that is going to be a solid entry point for you, and this is going to be a huge growth stock for the next year to come. So Switchback is number 3. We have our 4th stock coming in with Hyliion, and Hyliion, this is a mixed bag stock. I get mixed comments. Some people say, dude, you shouldn't be putting this up on your channel. There's no way this is going to do well. And then I get people that are like, dude, this stock is going to see $60 by the end of the year. And I more so agree with people that say this is going to see $60 by the end of the year. Chris Sane is bullish on this stock, guys. And have you ever seen him pick a stock that has not done well? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I am the magic wizard and I don't watch other channels, because Chris Sane is the guy that introduced me to this stock. And after doing some reading, after looking at the technicals on this chart, I do see a lot of potential with Hyliion. And I'm going to give you a conservative price target of $40 over the next 12 months. And that is not even considering any news catalyst. So Hyliion is a must grab for you guys in your portfolio for a good stock to grow in 2021. The next stock on my list is going to be Macy's. Macy's is going to be a stock that is going to very positively benefit from the COVID vaccines, the Pfizer vaccines that are rolling out. They are a big player. If you look here at their overall last year, they have a high of $18.57, and we are currently sitting at $11.25, trading above the volume moving average. So this is bullish territory. We are beginning a bullish trend, and I do see this continuing. So if you would like to get in on this stock, I would recommend it, because as the Pfizer vaccine rolls out, Macy's is going to be a big player. They've got great financials, a great management team. And I do see the growth of this stock continuing as it has over the last month. So Macy's, to me, is a must-have for your portfolio. I do see us reaching over the next year at least $18.57, coming back up to the all-time high, and I can see it surpassing that and reaching $20 to $25 as well. So Macy's is number 5 on my must-have stock list. Now, this is an obvious one. I'd be a fool not to have Tesla in, and anybody that's betting against Elon Musk, I don't know what you're doing. This is not the guy to bet against. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's not this company's not just automotives. They're a tech company. These guys are disruptive. Tesla, for how expensive it is so volatile, and it can shoot up in price like you would not believe. Like, I got in on this stock at $450, and I did not expect to see much more than maybe $50 growth in a month, and we are up to $705 freaking dollars, guys. That is filthy. This stock seems like such a safe play to me. I cannot see how this would possibly drop. There are people that are short selling Tesla right now, and I don't know, if you look historically at Tesla, the people that have short sold Tesla have, usually come out pretty bad. So I would not recommend betting against the stock. It does seem like a great stock to have in your growth portfolio. And the thing about Tesla that I really like is the entry point to me does not really matter that much, because if you're going to hold this stock for a year, 2, 3, 5 years, if you buy in at the all-time high here at 705, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'd wait for a pullback, because pullbacks always happen. But I still think you're going to be up a huge margin over the next year. I can see Tesla within the next year reaching $800 pretty well. They were just recently added to the S&P 500, which is why we saw this pretty drastic run-up. And I do continue to see this stock perform very well. If you watch Stockmo, he says that Tesla takes up more than 1% of the S&P 500 portfolio. That is huge. That means they have over 1% of the total money that is being put into that index fund. So Tesla is a must-have to me for your growth portfolio in 2021. MVIS. Now, this is a speculative play, right? I know that there's some mixed reviews on this. Some people think this is going to do nothing, but this stock has huge potential. Their LiDAR technologies, their IVAS links to the Army and the U.S. Army aviation sector, the potential buyout by Microsoft. There are way too many good things happening with MVIS and Microvision right now to ignore. They are expected to have some pretty massive growth over the next year, and I do think this is a great entry point. I would look anywhere between between $4 and the current price valuation of $5.38 as a great entry point into Microvision. I do see the stock very easily reaching $20+, not even considering a possible buyout, right? The buyout is additional. It's an extra incentive to an already amazing company that you should invest in. So Microvision is a must-have stock for me for 2021. I do personally have this in my portfolio, and I would recommend it to anybody that is looking for a speculative play, a risky play. This is a riskier investment than some others, so make sure you do your own due diligence and research. But this is one that has a very potential high buyout. Think about NEO, guys. When NEO was $3, do you think people were saying this is going to reach $50? Probably not. But the same thing could happen with Microvision, guys. If you look at the last year, they have seen some pretty amazing growth. They were all the way down to 25 cents, and they're at $5.38 right now, right? So I have MBIS in my own portfolio. This is probably my most heavily weighted stock. I do see this doing very well, and I recommend it to people if you are willing to take on the risk. My next pick for this list, coming in at number 8, is APXT. Now, APXT is a technology acquisition corporation, and they are a SPAC stock. And I do see the stock performing very well in 2021. I would watch for the merger date to come out on this stock and consider taking profits at that point and then reestablishing your position after the price correction that follows. Because historically speaking, if we look at GNOG, for instance, Golden Nugget Online Gaming, which was previously LCA, when they had their merger completed, this is the day that they were GNOG, you've seen a very steep sell-off, right? So just make sure that you're watching for the merger date on APXT. When that does come through and they are transitioned into AvePoint, which is going to be their new IPO, I would expect a pretty harsh sell-off. So just watch for it. Make sure that you secure your profits. And then when the drop back happens, the pullback happens, reestablish your position, and you should see some great growth from APXT in the time to come. I do see this reaching anywhere between $25 and $30 pretty conservatively by the day of the merger. And then beyond that, we're going to have to see what AvePoint does. But I do see this being a very solid play in 2021. Next up is GNOG, which I had just previously mentioned. Why does it look like that? Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco, guys. GNOG, Golden Nugget Online Gaming. This is an online gambling company. These guys have an insane amount of growth potential, especially if over the next year we see the United States start to push more legalization in the states for gambling. This company is going to be on par with DraftKings. DraftKings is currently trading around $50, and I can see Golden Nugget Online Gaming in the next year also reaching that $50 price target, and this is a perfect buying opportunity. Anywhere between $18 and this current price valuation is money. And you may see short-term, losses in your portfolio if it does continue to pull back. But if you zoom out and look at it macroscopically, this stock a year from now is going to be worth a lot more than 1970, and that is a promise. Unless some unforeseen circumstance like the CEO driving off a bridge happens, I just don't see how this company isn't going to continue to succeed. My 10th stock for the 10 stocks you must own is American Airlines. And this is going to be one that really positively benefits from the COVID vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine rolling out into the American economy and the American people. Currently trading at $15.77. They have a high of over $30, just $30.78, and I do see it very easily coming back to that high of $30.78. If we zoom out here and look at the 5-year, you can see that it has been all the way up above $58. And I don't know if we'll quite reach $58, right? But I do think it's very reasonable to say that we reach 30 or 35, possibly even $40 by the end of 2021. I do think people are going to be itching to go travel, to go do things, to get back on planes, to go on vacations, to do the things they haven't been able to do for literally the last year. And American Airlines and all other airplane companies should see some pretty massive growth. So American Airlines is my 10th stock that I do recommend having in your portfolio. Now, guess what, guys? Lucky for you, we have a couple of bonus stocks, and these ones are speculative plays, so that is why I have them as bonus stocks. These have potential to run up, but are a little bit riskier in my eyes than some other stocks. So we have Airbnb as the first stock, and these guys have just recently IPO'd, so there's not a lot of data out on them. but they are currently trading at $146.80. And to me, Airbnb is going to be very disruptive to the hotel industry in the market. A lot of people are starting to use Airbnb, and I do see the growth here being pretty high. I can see them reaching anywhere between $170 to $200 over the next year as things start to reopen, right? These guys are ahead of the game. Once the Pfizer vaccine rolls out, this will be a company that positively benefits from, the reopening of the American people, not having to wear masks, being able to travel, being able to stay at hotels, being able to do the things that people usually do. People love Airbnb. I mean, when I go traveling, very seldom do I stay in a hotel. I almost always check into an Airbnb. They feel more homey. They have more options. They're usually cheaper than other options like hotels, and I do see this being a very solid stock. Now, the last bonus stock that I have, and this is speculative, and I'm probably going to get a dislike on the video for this, but IDEX. And okay, bear with me, listen to what I have to say, because I do think these guys are going to be big players in the time to come. Historically speaking, these guys are a pump and dump stock, and I understand that, right? That is why this play might seem sketchy, but their growth over the last year in 2020 has gone up every single quarter, right? IDEX has seen growth, and people are not paying attention to it. These guys, if they can hit it off right, if they can continue to grow their company, grow the management, grow the financial situation, grow into the EV sector, these guys are going to do amazing things. These guys are what make companies like NIO, XPeng, Li, if Tesla was in China, Tesla, they make these companies possible, right? So IDEX could be like a switchback in time to come. I do personally have a position in IDEX. This is a speculative play, I understand that, but I do see this being possible to reach over the next year over $10. And if you got in here at the $2 range, that's 500% growth, and you can never be mad about 500% growth in a year on any stock. So I do recommend at least taking a small position in this company for the off chance that it does continue to grow. I do see that potential, and I do think it is going to do good things. So that is my top 10 growth stocks for 2021, things that I think you must have in your portfolio, considering the Pfizer vaccine that is going to be rolling out, and other clean energy companies and companies in general that I do think are going to exceed in the next coming year. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you have a position in any of these stocks, if you enjoy any of them. Please drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the content. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link in the description box down below for TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is a website that is used for optimizing your SEO results, and I personally pay a $9 a month membership for this company. I would not recommend it to you guys if I did not personally use it, and I do find it helps me out very well. I have gone from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in 17 days, and I attribute a lot of that growth to TubeBuddy and making my videos searchable and not wasting my hard work so that people can view the content that I am creating for people to see. So if you are interested, if you click on that link, I do receive a commission from every person that gets a subscription through the company, so it's a great way to support the channel. They also have a free option if you're interested in that. It just has a few less resources and tools than the membership options. And if you're not interested at all, that's totally fine. I just appreciate having you here at the channel. I appreciate your support, and that is all that I have for today, my friends. So I will see you all next time. Peace.